thanks for taking the time to join me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a wee orange and white fluffy cat. Now that's a good wee pattern to have in your box for the rainbows all year round. Good as a wee point fly as well, especially if you weight it. Now the hook and the vise, there's a Kamasan B175 and size 10. Probably tie these from, I don't know, size 6 down to size 12, something like that. The thread we're going to use is the Uni Thread 80 in white. Now you can use whatever thread that you have, you don't have to use white. This is just to try and keep the body nice and bright using the white thread. Now I'm just started at the eye with my thread, just work the thread down till you're past the point of the hook and remove your waist tag of thread. The tail is the zonker strips. This is the zonker strip that's dyed in the, I'll just show you it here, the barred white and hot orange rabbit strips. So we're just going to come in now, just before I tie it in, I like to cut a wee point, wee pencil tip in the back of our tail. So that's the wee pencil tip there, cut in the back of the tail. The length of the tail's up to you, but as a suggestion I would say, you know, make it longer, because you can always trim it away if you're getting tail nips on the lake or the reservoir. Now I just want this to be around about a length and a half of the hook over the back, so I'm just going to come in then and just clear away the excess fur here and then just rip it off if you don't need it. Now I'll just offer this up to the hook, hold it on the hook, go around with a pinching loop, take another one just to tighten up, and a couple of turns to just tighten up, and just have a wee check just to see what way you're sitting. I'm happy enough with that. Now just to secure it in, just going to put on a wee, like a super glue onto the thread, and then we're just going to work the thread up, tying in the head. Now just going to bring my thread up sort of way to the halfway point just as a marker, and work my thread back down nice and tight up against our tail. Now we're looking the business. The rear part of the body is going to be a single wave, and this is just the Pseduo hackle. I'll just show you it in the packet. I'll get this from Flybox. It's it there. Single wave Pseduo, far orange. Now it comes in many different colours. Now what I like to do here at the start is to take our Pseduo hackle and just come in and just probably clip away right about the first 4 or 5 mil, and then we're going to come in, offer this up to the hook, just come around with a turn, and then just work your thread turns forward, tying this in. Right. Just going to take a pinching loop to control it a bit better, then work it on up. Now I wouldn't cut this, the waist ends, the core of this with good scissors, so just use old scissors or a Stanley blade. Then just work this up. Now the fibres will automatically fold to the back, so don't worry about them being trapped. Come in and open those up in a minute. Just work the Pseduo hackle up to the halfway point or so, just to there. Follow this around with your thread. A couple of tight turns in to secure, back in with a little pair of scissors, or like I say, an old Stanley blade or something like that. Then we'll come in and bring out any that we've caught, and you can see the way they're sitting back for us. Nice like that. Now we're just going to work our thread on up to the eye of the hook, and then come back. At this point, just come in, pull out roughly probably about 10 to 12 centimeters of thread from your bobbin holder. Come in with your finger, and we're just going to create a dubbing loop. Just take a couple of turns, and then just take a few turns around the thread, and then work the dubbing loop, tying in the dubbing loop, just working it back to the Pseduo hackle, and then just work your thread forward again to there. And at this point, I'm just going to come in with my dubbing twister, catch that in, just put this to the side. I'm just going to come in and just so my thread doesn't bounce off the eye, just throw in a couple of half hitches. I'll just keep the thread there nice and tight for us. Now at this point, you're going to need the Mark Pattyjon clips or something that resembles that. So these are the 3 clips. So that's the small, the medium, and the large. They all just stack together for you. Then we'll put this into a clip, and this is just some of the zonker fur that's been mixed with some fluorescent orange nano flash. Now I'm just going to come in, slide this in between your dubbing loop, let it go, and then we're just going to spin the dubbing twister, push up you come in and just push up the thread like that. That'll tighten everything up for you. Now don't worry about these bits of flash being too long, because we can always excuse me, trim those back. Now what I like to do is push up the thread, hold it, come in with an electrical clip, clip it onto the thread, just keeping a hold of the electrical clip, come in and trim away the waste piece of thread. Now see, at this point we're just going to come in and just stroke back the fibres, a bit like a dubbing brush this. Now don't get too worried if you trap some of the hair, because we'll come in and we'll pick that out towards the end once we're finished. Just take one turn in front of the other. Now you can tie this with a wee bead on the front if you wish, and I'll show you that at the end, because I've been tying some of those tonight as well. Now we'll just get one more in. Just leave yourself plenty of room at the front just to tie off. Now just come in, follow this around with your thread. Just forget everything else, don't worry. Just fold everything back, take the clip off, come in and just fold everything back nice and tight. Your thread's already at the eye, and just build your head up to the size that you want. Now don't like too much of a big head on these. Then you can come in your excess rabbit, just trim that away. A wee bit of moisture on the fingers here, just to help control the rabbit a wee bit, nice and tight. And then just come in and throw in a whip finish. Pull the thread tight, come in and trim away the tan thread. Now you can leave it with a white head if you wish, but before we colour the head up, just come in, if you've got a dubbing needle, and just pick out any of the trap fibre that you will have caught when you're winding it up. Just pick it out like that. Then you come in, this is believe it or not, couldn't believe it, an eyebrow brush. Stole this on my daughter. Don't be telling her. Now just flick it all back. Another wee bit of moisture just to slick it back, And then I'm going to come in with some Glow Bright Floss number 4. This is just to brighten the head up. You don't have to do this, like I say, you can just leave the head as the white thread. Just work up the Glow Bright Floss over your white thread. Come in and trim away the excuse me, waste end, and then just come in and throw in a whip finish. Pull your floss tight, come in and trim away the floss. Now that's the wee orange and pink cat with the flesh already mixed in to the wing. Now I like as you know if you watch the videos, or a wee bit of moisture, I like to super glue the head. Now to do this, best thing to do here is to keep all the fur back. This is just an old drink straw. Just come in with your scissors, trim a bit off. You'll have seen me doing this before. Just put the straw over the fur, and then just come in with a super glue. Now you don't want to get this in the rabbit, guys. It'll ruin the whole fly. So just take your time, right the whole way right round, and then we'll just come in with a wee bit of waste wire here on my desk, just to clean the eye. Just to clean the eye out. Now I'm going to show you one here that I've already varnished and stuff. So just bear with me 1 wee second. There's one there, we'll just take that off, and that's one there that's already been varnished and completed. And you can see the wee heads now to get on them. You can make these in many different colours. You can make them, you can have the fluffy cat, which is tied with the same colours as the cat's whisker. But look, any colour combination you want, just match your Pseduo hackle at the back to the colour that you're tying. But it's well worth having a couple of these in your box, because there's no doubt that the 110% of the work. So guys, anyway, many thanks for taking the time to view the video. It's greatly appreciated. I'm just going to leave that on there. I'm going to varnish it after I finish. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, please consider subscribing. It's completely free. It's just a bit of fun. It's me just showing you some techniques. There's nothing really else to it. Please have a very Merry Christmas to you and your families, and I wish you all a prosperous new year, and tight lines for the 2023 fishing season. And just before I go, many thanks for taking the time to support the channel. It really means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. See you in the new year, guys.